Hey everyone, welcome back. If you missed the last vlog, I baked a cake and now this is the cake decorating video. This morning I made some homemade Saskatoon berry jam. So all it took was some berries and some sugar and a little bit of lemon juice, and it took about an hour for it to thicken enough, but that's just because I used frozen berries, so it took a really long time. I also made some buttercream frosting, and that was just butter and icing sugar and a little bit of milk and vanilla extract, and then I'm gonna dye a little bit of it. So the plan for the cake today is I have 2 vanilla cakes and then I also have a chocolate cake layer. So I'm gonna go vanilla, and then in between the layers is gonna be the Saskatoon berry jam. So it'll be like vanilla, some jam, then the chocolate layer, and some jam, and then after we got the chocolate layer, more jam. So I'm gonna have the 3 layers. It's gonna go vanilla. We're gonna get started frosting the cake now. I've never actually done this before, but the plan is to make a little like wall of icing so I can put the jam on here and it won't all fall off. So we're just gonna give that a go, I guess. I don't know how well that's gonna work, but just a little something, I guess, to hold it in. All the way around as thick as I can. This is not very good. It doesn't need to be gigantic, just enough to hopefully hold it in a little so it doesn't all fall out. I feel like that should be okay, but I guess we'll see with this layer of jam. Okay, so I'm just gonna scoop some jam onto it here. Whoop. I'm not sure exactly how much to put on, but I'm just gonna do about half of what I have. And I'm just gonna spread it out to the edges here. It's not too runny. I don't think it really will fall out, but I just wanted the icing there just in case, because I've never done this before. I don't want my cake falling apart or anything. But that looks like quite a bit of that looks like quite a bit of berries. So I think that should be good. Looks good to me. So, okay, so now my next layer is the chocolate layer. So, just gonna try and set that on top of there. Just gonna see if I got it even. I think it's okay. So then I'll pipe another little wall. Just gonna go all the way around the edge again. There we go. Get a little bit more on this side maybe. Oh, there's a hole. Gotta fill that in. Okay. Okay, then we're gonna pour the rest of the jam in. Or at least most of it. I'm not sure if I'll need all of this. So I'll scoop a little on there. Just a little bit more. It's getting pretty thick. Whoop. Get that so it doesn't tip over. Just gonna try and spread that out to the sides. This isn't necessarily a tutorial. This is just what I'm doing. As previously stated, I've not attempted this method before. Although, if you watched my last vlog, you've seen 2 demonstrations of cakes I have made. That might be too much now, but yeah, it'll just be a pretty jammy cake. Hopefully I like jam in my cake. I I've never actually had one of these that I didn't make either, so this is brand new to me. Comment below if you've ever had jam. Then I'm just gonna set my last cake layer right on top of that one. And I think that's about even. Some spots I'm just gonna add a little more icing to the side because it's kind of lacking. So now I'm just gonna go around, kind of ice around the edges a little more, and then I'm gonna try and fully ice the cake. So okay, turn. I kind of like this way to get it onto the cake, and then I can add more after, so I need to put a little more in here. Now I'm just gonna spread out all the icing, doing a little crumb coat. So just like a base ice, and then I'll kind of fix it from there after. I'm not too worried about getting crumbs in the icing dough because I'm just putting cow spots on it after, so I can cover up those spots with the cow spots if I have to. Okay, so I just let the cake chill in the fridge for about like 10 to 15 minutes, and now I'm going to kind of finish the ice job. I'm gonna make it look a little nicer, hopefully. So I'm just gonna use the bag to add some to the edges, and then, because those aren't covered very well. And then I'm just gonna add some on the sides too, where it's not covered super great. And then after that, I'll go in with the little spatula thing again, and I'll smooth it out. And hopefully it'll look nice. That's the goal. But I am an amateur. I just do some cakes for fun sometimes. And yeah, it takes me a very long time. Hopefully this is not like the world's longest video ever, but I'm super slow at cake decorating and baking. So I'm just gonna cover up any of the spots where I can kind of see the cake underneath. To be honest, normally I don't do this part. My dad normally does the kind of base layer of the icing. And I just do like the decorating, the actual like whatever design or thing that I wanted to try. I usually do that part obviously, but today is just me. I'm growing up, doing cakes all on my own. So, and I'm not too worried about getting the very bottom edge either, because I'm gonna do a little fancy pink piping at the bottom there. So I don't need to fully cover that up. So I'll see how this is, get out the spatula. Kind of try and cover this top edge here a little more. Not sure how well it's gonna work. I'm not very good at this, but I'll try my best. Get it smoothed out. Right there, I definitely need a little more. Just cover that up a little. You don't want any cake showing through, which is pretty difficult for me, but you know, do the best you can. The top does not look very good right now, but I'm gonna move on to the sides and I'll come back and fix the top again once I'm kind of hopefully done getting the sides smoother. Right there, you kind of see I'm just gonna take some of the extra icing and fix up any spots all the way around. Try and smooth it out now. This is the time when you actually need to get it smooth. You can see hopefully now it'll be coming around smoother. And I'll probably continue to fix this up quite a bit. So I might kind of skip ahead. Might not necessarily show me doing this entire thing, but you get the idea. I'm gonna try and get it all iced out smoothly, and then I'll show you once I got it to the best I can. It's not really that covered though, but that's fine, honestly, I don't care. Okay, I think this is about what I got. It's not perfect, but I don't care. I don't want to spend too much time on this because the exciting part for me is trying out the cow print. So yeah, this is where I'm gonna leave it at. I might put it in the fridge for a couple more minutes while I get my icing dyed, because I have to dye it black for the cow spots. And then I'll probably also dye my pink icing as well for the little borders around the top and the bottom. So I'll show you once I get to that. Should I do one on the side maybe as practice? Okay, we're gonna pretend like I didn't actually do that one to the camera. Okay, so I mixed in my black icing and I'm gonna start these little cow prints, I guess. Thinking I'll probably get about 4 on the top maybe, and we'll go from there. So just gotta make kind of a random shape, I guess. And then I'm just gonna kind of take the icing. I did practice one on the side, but just kind of fill it in. And then I'm gonna take my little spatula thing after and try and smooth that out. So hopefully that works, because if not, they're gonna look like this. So I might only do 3 on the top, because that was a pretty big one. And then I'll just kind of fill it in. There we go. I'll do one last one on the top, and then I'll try out the spatula, because hopefully that works. I don't know if these really look like cow prints, but that's the best I got. So I practiced on a whiteboard beforehand, but I've never really been good at animal print. So now I'm gonna take my this thing and try and smooth that out. Okay, it's not bad. That looks pretty good, I think. There we go. That's probably about as smooth as I'm gonna get it. I could probably use a little less icing. That looks like a lot of icing on there. I'm not a professional, but this is what I'm doing. There we go, our first few cow spots are done, and it kind of looks like a gooey smiley face, so that was unintentional, but Halloween. Oh, maybe, okay. Thinking I'll just do them kind of across the side, and I'll get back to you once that's done. You don't need to watch me do them all. Okay, got my pink mixed up in the bag, and gonna pipe around the top, and then pipe around the bottom, and then the cake will be done. So hopefully this turns out good. Okay, the bottom is all done, and I'm just gonna go around the top now. It's not bad. Okay, here's my completed cake. I think it turned out okay. Looks like a cow, so I think that was the goal. You can kind of see in the background there's some cupcakes I just iced with leftover pink, but those were a bit of a disaster. I was just throwing it on there. So yeah, like this video if you want to see like this video if you want to see more cake videos, and leave me a comment how well I did, and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.